In this video, we will explore the implied volatility of an option. We are going to look at how we move from simply looking at historical data to understanding what the market actually expects for the future. You can think of volatility as the most important engine behind an option's price. But there is a catch, because volatility is actually invisible. Unlike a stock price that you can see clearly on a ticker, you cannot see volatility directly. So we must rely on specific calculation methods to estimate how much a price might change over time. The first method we use to measure this is called historical volatility. To calculate this, we look at a historical period like the past 1 year and measure the percentage price changes of an asset such as the Nifty index. By computing the standard deviation of these weekly price changes, we get a clear picture of how volatile that asset was in the past. While looking at the past is helpful, market participants are actually much more interested in the future, specifically the remaining life of the option. For instance, a stock might have been very stable for a year with a historical volatility of only 15%. However, if there is a major upcoming event like an important court case verdict next week, the past performance does not matter as much as what might happen next. This upcoming court verdict creates two very different paths. A favorable verdict could boost sales and lead to a price surge, while an unfavorable verdict could lead to huge losses and a price crash. Because of this uncertainty, the expected volatility for next week might jump from 15% all the way up to 70 or 80%, which shows us that historical data simply cannot account for specific future events. This brings us to implied volatility, which is a forward-looking measure. It is the underlying volatility that is required to justify what an option is currently trading for in the market. Instead of looking at past price movements, we derive this number from the option price itself, and it represents the market's collective consensus on what the future volatility will be. To find this number, option traders use a method called reverse engineering with the Black Scholes model. For example, if the index is at 17,562 and we have a call option with a strike price of 17,500, we look at the other known factors like 9 days to expiration and an interest rate of 6%. If the option is trading at rupees 95, we plug all these known numbers into the model to solve for the one unknown factor, which is the implied volatility. Understanding this number helps you decide on the right trading strategy. You can think of it like a scale. When implied volatility is low, options are considered cheap, and traders usually like to buy them. On the other hand, when implied volatility is high, option prices are inflated, and in those cases, the common strategy is to sell options to take advantage of those higher prices. Let us look at our court case example again, just 1 day before the verdict is announced. Even though the historical volatility was 15%, the implied volatility has shot up to 80% because of market anxiety. Since high implied volatility means option prices are very high, traders will look to sell options, allowing the writers to extract the maximum possible premiums from buyers. This high premium acts as a margin of safety for the person writing the option. For a put writer, the risk is that an adverse verdict will crash the stock price. But since they already factored in this impact and collected a very high premium due to that 80% implied volatility, even a bad result might not lead to actual losses. The high premium they collected helps offset those potential losses. The same logic applies to call option writers. Even if a favorable verdict causes the stock to rise sharply, the writers might not suffer huge losses because they already priced that possibility into the option and sold it at a much higher premium. In conclusion, an implied volatility of 70 to 80% tells us that premiums are high. It is the ultimate tool to help you determine if an option is expensive versus cheap in the market.